So he goes on to talk about how it would harm the area of drilling. I have two sources to say that this is much of bullying. First of all, from a website called DebateWise article, oil companies should not be allowed to drill offshore, and it actually benefits the environment. It is estimated that on average 86,000 gallons seep every year. The US NAS says natural oil seeps contribute to the highest amount of oil to the marine environment. So it's saying that oil naturally seeps into the ocean in these areas that we want to drill in. And in areas where the oil deposits are drilled, the seeps have been reduced because drilling reduces the pressure where the seeps occur. So we're taking away pressure by drilling in these areas, so it's slowing the seeping of natural oil into the ocean. I also got another thing that says from Mary Gunther about the huge Alaskan oil reserves go unused. And this is from an ARCO, oil production manager with ARCO. He says that everything you hear on the evening news and out of Washington is garbage. He says 8 wells have already been drilled in the areas environmentalists are claiming we must not go in. We have already been in and out and there was no damage done. All we need to do is start production. So he's saying that we already have places in these environmentally closed areas that they can't produce any oil from them yet because of all this red tape and environmentalists. But they've already been in and out, they got everything set up, and they haven't done any harm. He said something about drilling would take jobs away from people in Alaska who already live there. And this doesn't have anything to do with Alaska, but this is a report saying that by Jeff Amy, sorry, weird name, that says the reports say he was writing an article about a report that was made about how it increases jobs by drilling offshores in the Gulf Coast. He's saying that the report creates 3,400 jobs in Alabama, which is the 11th most among the states, and 5,400 in Mississippi, and that's the 7th most. And about 60% of jobs would flow into Louisiana and Texas, where the offshore drilling industry is concentrated. However, the authors emphasized that the employment benefits would spread nationwide. So it wouldn't just affect these few states that are getting the jobs, it would affect it nationwide. And I'm just going to emphasize our first point in saying that Neelish Nurker, who is with the Congressional Research Service, she wrote a report to Congress. And in this report it says that the United States spent about $327 billion on net oil imports in 2011. That's a lot of money that's going straight out into other countries. She also goes on saying in the same report that raising oil product prices strain the budgets of households and businesses, reducing their savings and or spending on other goods and services, some of which would have been produced domestically. And for imported oil, that wealth is sent abroad, and only a portion of it is returned via now wealthier oil exporting countries buying more U.S. products. And U.S. isn't giving out any products. We've been importing most of our products from China also. So last thing we need to do is import our oil also. $327 billion are being sent abroad. $327 billion would do a lot in America this time. I might be bringing this up. Thank you.